Welcome, dear online visitor. I hope you are doing well in these challenging times. My name is Pauline Slaven and I teach English and Business Communication at the International School of Business. I am also one of the student coaches here. I have been working at the school for 18 years, so I know the International Business Program very well. In this presentation, I would like to give you some inside information about the course, which will help you to make well-considered choices for your future. It's the mission of the International School of Business to train students to become global citizens who can succeed in any modern business setting. So these are very fancy words, don't you think? But what do we mean by that? What do we think a global citizen is? I will ask you some questions and you can answer them so you can decide for yourself if you want to become a global citizen. But we think a global citizen is somebody who can adapt quickly to new environments and feels at home. So is that you? Then please tick the box in your head. Are you somebody who can deal with differences in culture? Are you somebody who speaks several languages and who actually likes language learning? Is there a tick? Are you somebody who understands how the world is linked from a business perspective? And are you interested in knowing about that? And last question, are you somebody who understands how your actions affect people, planet, profit? If you have answered 4 out of 5 questions with a yes, then I guess the rest of this video will be very useful to you. So keep watching. International School of Business offers 2 bachelor courses. One is Communication Studies, the other one is International Business. In this presentation, I focus only on international business. So what are some of the tasks that you will be performing as a future business professional? For example, recognizing and solving organizational problems, planning and executing business processes, analyzing, for example, sales and market data, and obviously interacting with many other departments to get data, opinions, and facts. Our education is based on you applying the theory to a lot of practical situations. So we have designed our modules in such a way that you will learn exactly what somebody does in a particular role as a professional, the professional products that they have to deliver, and the tasks that they do. So these things are very important in our teaching. The professional roles, the professional tasks, and the professional products that belong to the job of a particular business professional. So, what kind of a personality matches with the tasks of a business professional? You see a few examples here, but I think the most important ones are being open-minded, showing initiative, and you being somebody who likes to take chances and risks. I would like to focus now on our curriculum. What are we going to teach you in the first year of the IB course? In this slide, you see how we have built up our first year curriculum. And you will see that we work with semesters. So there are 2 semesters. First semester is called A cluster, second semester is called B cluster. So you will see roughly what kind of subjects we will teach you. There are 3 main things to remember about this picture. First thing is that the focus is on you actually gaining foundational knowledge in several business subjects, such as marketing, finance, supply chain, management, and management. Second thing to remember is that we will train your skills. A lot of different skills, for example, language skills, research skills, working together in intercultural groups. All of these skills will be trained. And the last thing to focus on and to work on is on your attitude. You will become first year students. You are future business professionals. We would like to treat you as our colleague, but you will also be working on your own professional development. So how you deal with your studies, how you deal with the teachers, how you deal with your fellow students, basically how you will develop as a future professional. That is very important to us. So 3 things to remember: foundational knowledge in several business subjects, development of skills, and development of your own professional attitude. So are you still with me? I hope you are. Something that we are really proud of at the International School of Business is our personal focus on you. If you start here, you will not feel like a number. In September, we have 10 first-year groups of about 30 students, so that's 300. In February, we have about 4 first-year groups. So basically, first-year students, I think the number is between 400 and 500. Most of them know each other. Most of the teachers know the students. So that means that we know who the students are, we are concerned for their well-being, and we can offer a personal focus on you. So besides the teachers knowing who you are, it also means that we teach in small groups of max 30 students. When you work in a project group, maximum number of students will be 5. You will be assigned a personal coach. This personal coach, and I am one of them, they will monitor your study progress. They will ask about your well-being. They will discuss your motivation for the studies, and you can ask them any questions that you have. Should you be experiencing any personal circumstances that hinder your studies, we also have a senior study coach who can help you deal with these more serious problems. Even when you're not here with us, but you are abroad to do the study abroad or the internship, we have supervisors and we have coaches to help you, even though you are not here with us. So now I would like to move on to the curriculum of the second year. Again, a picture that shows you which kind of modules we will be teaching you. And you can see that we have moved on to C and D cluster. For now, I would like you to remember 3 things. First thing is that in C cluster, all the students follow the same modules. In D cluster, students specialize. So after 1.5 years, students can specialize, meaning take a few modules only dedicated to a specialization. The specializations are finance, supply chain management, marketing and sales, and management. So that means in the whole semester, students follow 3 modules that are linked to the specialization and 2 modules that are linked to the broad IB program. The last thing I would like you to remember is that we offer electives. We are really excited about this because we have a selection of 10 electives to choose from, meaning that you can choose your own modules based on your own personal interest. Are you interested in being in the sunshine all year long? If yes, then year 3 is the perfect opportunity for you to be abroad and to be in the sunshine if you choose wisely. Because in year 3, you will go abroad to study at one of our partner universities and you will do an internship abroad. So in year 3, sadly, we will have to say goodbye for a little while because you will be doing the study abroad and the placement abroad. This is your chance, especially for the internship, to put into practice what you have learned during the 2 years in the IB course. I told you earlier that we are really proud of the personal focus that we have on our students. Another thing that we feel we are very special in is offering our students a stimulating international environment. And the title of this slide is Internationalization at Home. And that means that you can expect to be internationalized. That means that as soon as you set foot in our school, it means that you are expected to speak English inside class and outside of class with your classmates. So you can expect to be fully immersed in English. Besides that, obviously the textbooks that we offer are all in English, the case studies, the projects, all of the content is related to international issues. We also ask you to study a modern language, and we ask you to choose between Spanish, French, German, or Dutch. Obviously, an international environment also means being surrounded by international students and international staff members. When I think of my colleagues, I can tell you that besides the Dutch colleagues, we also have colleagues from Greece, Iran, Pakistan, Germany. So this is a really nice mix of colleagues, and we learn a lot from each other. When it comes to the international students, 50% of the students have an international background, 50% of the students have a Dutch background. Whenever you are asked to work in a project group, we mix the groups so there is a good variety of nationalities to work with. Obviously, you will only learn when you have to find out why other people work the way they do, etc. So the project groups are always mixed. The classroom is international, but also outside the classroom, we have something that is called the International School of Business community. This is a community run by students, for students. They offer a lot of activities. So also this environment is very international. So this internationalization continues in years 3 and 4. I already briefly mentioned the study abroad and the internship abroad. And in year 4, we will also offer you the possibility to study abroad. When it comes to studying abroad, there are 100+ partner universities to choose from. You can see which ones we have on this map in this slide. What I would like you to remember is when you make choices about gaining international experience, we apply the 3 culture principle. And that means that apart from your own culture, we ask you to experience 2 different cultures as well. So let me give you 2 examples. If you are a Dutch student, it means you bring your Dutch experience to the program and to your classmates. It means you have to experience 2 more cultures. If you are an international student, it means that you bring to the International School of Business your own culture. You study in the Netherlands, which is a new culture for you. So that's already 2, meaning that you have to go abroad only once. And when I say going abroad, I mean either studying abroad, so doing an exchange program, doing an internship in the 3rd year, or doing an internship in the 4th year, which we call a graduation internship. Earlier in this presentation, I already mentioned year 4. As you can see, we have now reached the G and H cluster. In G cluster, students return home from their internship and their study abroad, and they can choose again electives. They work a little bit more on their specialization and on their research skills. Then in the last semester, they will move on to their graduation internship at a company. This can be in the Netherlands or it can be outside the Netherlands. Internships are a vital part of our practical education. As I said in the beginning of this presentation, we teach you how to perform a certain business role. So we focus on the professional role, the professional tasks that go along with it, and the professional products. So when you do an internship, this is your chance to show your prospective employer, for example, what you have learned. So you can put theory into practice. So when you are looking for an internship, the International School of Business can help you because we have a large global network of companies that you can approach to gain real work experience and to become a business professional. After graduation, you will be a young professional understanding the many different facets of doing business. So you can show a prospective employer what interests you most about business by doing a specialization. And as I said before, the specializations are finance, marketing and sales, management, and supply chain management. So after graduation, you could choose to first gain work experience and then become manager after a few years, or you could stay in education and you could pursue a master's degree. My advice for Dutch students would be stay in education for as long as possible because you will have to work until you're 70 anyway before you can retire. Now, let's talk about what is needed to be admitted to this international business course and how you can be successful. Well, firstly, you need a secondary school diploma that gives you entry to higher education. Secondly, you need to take part in what we call the course selection check to see if the program matches with the student, meaning you. Thirdly, international students have to prove their mastery of the English language by either doing an IELTS test or TOEFL test or our own HUM intake test. So these are the requirements you need to fulfill to be admitted to the program. Then there are other things that help you to be successful here. And as I told you, I am one of the student coaches here. I have seen many students throughout the years, and based on my experience with the students, I would like to share with you some things that I know will increase your chances of success. So the first thing is, obviously, for any study program, you must have a strong motivation to study the course that you're studying. So make sure that you know why you want to study business. Secondly, good work ethics are very important. You must be responsible and organized if you want to be successful here. Thirdly, it's very important in this international business course that you have an open mind towards different cultures, other cultures. You must be interested in knowing more about the other person. You should actually like being confronted with the challenges that working with different people brings along. And lastly, having good grades, and that means 7 out of 10 for Dutch students in languages, economics, and mathematics. So this prior knowledge will make it easier for you to study. It's not a must, but it's a nice to have. I would like to draw your attention once more to the ISB community. As you can see on the slide, this is a group of students that organizes events and activities for you to join. So this way you can meet new people and feel part of the ISB family. If you are interested in knowing more about what the ISB community does, I would like to suggest that you join them on Instagram. It is time for me to say goodbye now. Hopefully my story has helped you to make a decision about what and where to study. It would be great to meet you either in September or in February next year. It would be really nice to have you in my group. For now, enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe and healthy. Bye bye.